All right, we are live. We are live. We are live. This is the Purpose Pod. It's your boy, Alan Levi Simmons, the Purpose Man, the man of the hour, the man. I'm sorry. All right, cool. But and we have a guest today. Is Miss Paris Amor, and I'm so excited to have her on the show. I'm so excited to hear what she has to say and for her to share her knowledge and her experiences and just her life with us here on the Purpose Pod. We do interview people and talk to people who are living with a purpose. So if the main goal of this podcast is to set you on a path towards your purpose. So if you are interested in transforming your life through entrepreneurship, personal development, and taking your vision to the next level, this is the podcast for you. So yeah. So Paris, hello and welcome to the Purpose Pod. How are you?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. It's an amazing
Awesome.
day here in Charlotte, North Carolina. So, first question, first of all, who is Paris Amor? Go ahead and introduce yourself and just, tell us about your, who you are, where you're from, and give us a little interesting fact about you.
All right. Who am I? I am Paris Amor. I live currently in Danville, Virginia. Um, a little bit about myself. I consider myself an influencer, actress, model, radio personnel, data entry clerk, all those things. Mother. So I have a lot
Yeah,
of
full
hats
schedule.
that I wear. Yes, 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 yes. The interesting fact about me is I am all about energy going, like, and I'm really good at
Yeah.
feeling energy too, like the different types of energy like around me. So that's
Hmm.
interesting. I like about
Yeah.
me. So
So you
yeah.
have like really good discernment, energy discernment.
Yes, yes, I have excellent energy
Yeah.
discernment. Like, uh,
Excellent energy discernment. That's
yes.
awesome. So you're so as a mother, how hard is it to be an entrepreneur and a regular employee? Like how hard is it as a mom, as a standard worker and an entrepreneur? How hard is it to pursue your dreams?
You need a really good support system.
Yeah.
Really, really good support system. I have an awesome support system, so it has not been hard when it comes to being able to um, pursue my dreams and take
Hmm.
care of my son. So yeah, it's for me. It's just like you really need a good support system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were able to find out with family and friends.
Yes. Yep.
That's good.
Family. Absolutely.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people they struggle with getting that support system.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull it up
Yeah.
on
It's
Facebook. So okay. So what was the beginning of your journey like? So coming from being were you starting your career before you were a mother, or did you start it after, like your entertainment career? Like, did you start that after becoming a mother or before?
it was after.
It was after.
Oddly.
So what was
Yeah,
that? So what was that
it was
like
after.
starting up?
I honestly, it was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? You want to do this now? No, you're a mom. You can't do that. I'm like, yes, I can. You
Yeah.
know, it was a little difficult starting off because I didn't know where to start, who to talk
Hmm.
to, what do I do? Um,
Mm.
so I pretty much just put it in the air, handed it to God, and was just like, okay, so what do I do? Like, I need to figure this out. Who do I need to talk to? And it just seemed like everything just started coming to me. Like,
Yeah.
literally, social media played a big factor in it because
Mm.
I started with modeling. I started my portfolio on social media. So when I started putting pictures out there, um, photographers started to reach out. I knew people who I talked to friends and they were like, oh, well, I know such and such. You should talk to this person. And,
Mhm.
so it was like word of mouth social media and just putting it into the universe, and
Yeah.
everything just started coming to me and flowing to me easily.
Yeah.
So,
So
yeah.
you had word of mouth, social media, and just putting it out there in the universe.
Yeah.
And so, but not just that, right? Was it more, did you have to put in some work? So social media, let's talk about that. Like building your social media portfolio. What
Yeah.
was that like? Like did you go out and take pictures by yourself with your phone? Did you hire somebody for free? Like what was that like?
So, when I first started taking pictures, I paid someone,
Mm-hmm.
and I did not like the pictures because
Mm.
I knew what I wanted to see my pictures look like, and it wasn't that. It was just like, even though I was starting off, I still wanted a certain quality of work because it's my
Yeah.
portfolio.
Yeah.
So starting off, I paid two photographers when I first
Mm-hmm.
started. And after that, um, that's when photographers started to hit me up, and it would be like a pick for tray for pick,
Mm-hmm.
things like that. And then I got in contact with this photographer named Donnie Khan, where
Mm-hmm.
he actually had a studio, and he helped build models. He had like a little modeling camp going on.
Yeah.
Um, so after that, I started working more with him, building a relationship with him,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't pay for any more pictures. I didn't pay any other photographers.
Wow.
Through that, other photographers just started reaching out to
Yeah.
me, and if I wanted to shoot with them, I would, and if I didn't, we just didn't. So
Yeah.
I only
Well
shoot
that's
with one photographer now, like a main
mhm.
photographer, but I do shoot with other photographers if I like their work. I
Yeah.
shoot with a photographer in Charlotte, North Carolina. His work is
Mhm.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Bad Behavior
Bad
is what
behavior.
they're, yeah. So,
Shout out
yeah,
to bad behavior.
yes, they're dope
So
out there.
you were on, so you got on the right side really quick then, because you went from looking for people to take your photos to getting your profile to the point where people are now asking you like trade for pick, or you ask them, hey, trade for pick, I'll take some dope photos,
Right,
and you can market it on your page as, this is your photography, and I can market as a model.
right.
So tell people about that, because a lot of people, and I didn't know about trade for pick or anything until like I started hanging around photographers and getting to know photographers. I'm like, hey, I need content, you need content, so let's work this out. So what does that look like trade for pick? What does it mean? Because maybe some people don't know the terminology, so what does that mean?
It's pretty much they're gonna take your pictures for free. They'll give you a certain amount of pictures back, a certain amount of edits back,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll post them on their page. You'll post them on your page. That's it, and you'll tag them.
Okay.
So that's
So
pretty much
tagging
it. It's
people.
an equal exchange.
Yeah. Like
You
barter
can
and
work
stuff.
out the details of how many edits you feel you should get back, or how many pictures with the photographer.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can allow the photographer to work that out with you. Me personally, I would, if the photographer reaches out to me, I'm going to work that out because you reached
Yeah.
out to me.
Right.
But yeah, it's the communication is normally really good if you
Mm-hmm.
communicate, like, if you want to see like a certain amount of pictures. I'm big on like how many edits I get back, how many pictures,
Yeah.
picking my own edits
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. And I learned that from, I guess, trial and error,
Yeah.
working with photographers. They might see a picture they like, and you're like, oh, I'm not really feeling that.
Yeah.
So I always try to work that out in the beginning, and I would suggest to others to work all those details out in the beginning so there's
Mm-hmm.
no misunderstandings. So,
Facts.
yeah.
So make sure I write that down. Workout in the beginning.
Yes, work out everything in the beginning. Your edits, if you want them to choose the edits, if you want to choose the edits yourself, how many edits, how many raws. Because another thing with photographers, they sometimes don't like to give you all your raws back because
Mm-hmm.
depending on the camera quality or just a lot of things, like I use a lot of my raws, and I don't edit a lot of my pictures. A lot of my pictures on my profile are unedited pictures. They're
Yeah.
raw. So it's like they're not really gaining anything if they're giving you all the pictures back and they're just
Right.
going to post a couple.
Mm-hmm.
But a photographer is a photographer. So if they like um, what they see in a model, sometimes it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. And a lot of people should have that information, not just models, but if people are having a podcast or a
Yep.
business, because everyone needs
Absolutely.
photos, right?
Yeah.
So how important is that for you? Like when you're thinking about business partners or people you want to connect with, how important is their visual aspect of their social media?
Very.
Very, very important. Yeah.
Yes, I'm really big on quality over quantity.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm always looking at the quality of something, the presentation of it, because that's what people are gonna see
Mm-hmm.
first is the quality and the presentation of it. So if it's like I'm really big on like the visual part, like what you see and if our visuals align with each other.
Right.
So yeah, that's
Okay.
a big thing for me.
Okay. So we got, what are some challenges you faced in the beginning of your career and how did you overcome them?
So I guess the first challenge would be let's I guess stick with modeling since that's where we are now.
Yeah.
Like I expressed before, just making sure our visuals align with each other, like and make sure the communication is very open.
Mm-hmm.
Um, before I meet the photographer, as far as the edits, the raws, everything. Because sometimes, a photographer may hit you up and they're like, oh, well, let's do a trade for a pic. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, cool, yeah, let's do it. And then we go shoot, and it's like, um, you may not like how they act
Mm-hmm.
around you.
Mm-hmm.
That's another key. It's important. I do want to throw that out there to make sure you do your research on the photographers as well if you're going alone, and even if you're not going alone, because there are a lot of photographers out there who are known to be very unprofessional.
Yeah.
So just to throw that out there, do your research and yeah, like as long as our visuals align, communication has to be outlined. That was one of the challenges for me. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of an experience without being obvious, but I can't think of
Oh,
an experience. But it's just
call
more
people
so
out.
like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm all about good
Kendra
energy,
says hello.
but
She says, Kendra, I don't know if you see the comment. Can you see it? Hey, I love
just
Paris.
a
She's
little.
amazing. Can you see
Kendra,
it?
hey Kendra, oh, I love her. I love her.
Yeah,
I
she's
met you
awesome.
guys at the same time, and she's
Oh
just
yeah.
so bomb.
Yeah,
I
she's
love
awesome.
her.
She's awesome.
Yes. Um, yeah.
So you
What
say
is
you
your
didn't want to drop no names?
no, no. Just do your research, please. Because yes, it can be some creeps out there.
Yeah.
I ran into like a couple, but I've never went on a photo shoot by myself. So I was always good. I was always good when it came
So
to
you
that.
never went by yourself?
No, I always took someone with me, best friend, friends,
So for
cousin.
anyone out there who is thinking about modeling or trying to take that avenue, or even if they're children, because it may not be the person, it may be their child, it may be their cousin, but they need to know, like, one, have a dope bomb profile, pictures, everything, bio,
Yeah.
and then two, do your research on a photographer because you don't want to get taken out back and never come back.
Right. Or you just don't want to be
Other stuff.
uncomfortable because when you're taking pictures, you have to be comfortable to
Right.
express yourself, to, get some good shots. You just don't want to be uncomfortable,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Photography is or modeling is something different because you have to. I made a poem about it because it's like, even if you pose and if that picture works and you want to get that picture back, you got to try to get that same pose. You got to keep the
I
same
know.
position. So I respect what you do, sister. All right.
Yeah.
So so how do you wear so many hats, and which are you most passionate about? So like, you're a mom, you're an entrepreneur, you're in the industry, you're a data analyst, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, how do you wear all of those hats? Like, what do you do to manage all of that?
I do weekly and monthly planning. And honestly, I just sometimes I don't know how I do it. Like, I think the planning is what helps me, like the weekly planning to dedicate time to each thing. Because a mother, I'm that every day. So
Yeah.
that's just
You can't
that I
clock
can't avoid it.
out.
But I'm most passionate right now about my brand that I just launched. I'm
Hmm.
a co-founder. It's another founder with me. One of my good friends, Deanna Evans.
Hmm.
Decreate Her. I'm more passionate about that because I've always loved to help and encourage others. So that's pretty much where like all my focus is right now, on that,
Yeah.
and getting that up and running and doing more workshops. We've done a couple workshops already.
Hmm.
I want to start doing workshops monthly, and I also want to start getting into the schools more as well because I feel like as a creative, of course, it has no age limit
Yeah.
on it, and starting with the kids and molding their minds so that they know that you can literally do whatever you want to do at a young age is more successful path for them and
Hmm.
their future.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at now
Yeah.
with everything. That's like my baby, like definitely focused on her.
Yeah. So the create her experience, like what does that mean? Like what does that mean? So is it, you said is age doesn't matter, but it has to be a her, right?
No, the
Oh, it's a
her, the
okay.
her, and we were kind of like uneasy because we're like, no, we don't want people to think it's about her and you have to be a woman
Right.
and empower. We want to empower all. The her is just we're two individuals who came together as a creative to create this brand
Hmm.
that we're creating,
Hmm.
and that's it. That's where the
Yeah.
her is. But everything else
Hmm.
is like we want to motivate, inspire, and elevate all
Yeah.
creatives. So
Okay.
yeah.
So how are y'all doing that? Like the workshops, what would people get if they came to your workshops? Like what is it? What's there?
You would get great energy, of course.
Hmm.
We would want you to leave motivated and inspired and just ready to create whatever comes to mind, like whatever
Yeah.
your creative field is in. We would want you to be inspired to go harder in that
Hmm.
field. And if we can inspire you to, or to help you come up with something like a talent or something that you've always wanted to do, we want you to leave wanting to do that.
Yeah.
Because we all have things that we want to do, even though we may not know it.
Hmm.
Like, I'm like, oh no, I don't do anything. Like, I
Yeah.
don't, but we all have something that we want to do. You just have to
Hmm.
like figure it out. And we all have something that we're really good at because
Yeah.
I believe we were born with at least one talent.
Right. Hope.
So yeah, no, we were.
No, that's real though. It
We
is.
were all
Yeah.
born with at least one talent. So
Yeah.
we would want to, and to get that like stirring in you,
Hmm.
like through our workshops, through our page, and just through seeing us out and about. Like I have people all the time who message me or that I see and they're like, oh my gosh, like you inspire me. Like you just
Yeah.
bring brightness and light to my heart and my spirit. And I'm just like, oh, I love it. And that's what I want to do.
Right. So
And
you
that's
just
why I'm
you want to
passionate about
inspire,
it.
you want to inspire people and get them to reach their purpose. Right.
Yes,
Facts. I'm with you all the way right there.
absolutely.
I'm with you all the way right there. Okay. So we have the create her experience. We just talked about how it came about. What should people expect to see from you this year? Like what is something that you're planning, you're trying to promise yourself to do this year with what you're doing in your purpose?
Um,
And you don't have to
so
stick to
we
it. If you don't stick to it, I'm not going to judge you. It's okay. I forgive you if
I'm
you don't.
gonna try to stick this social distancing, like just it's in a way.
It is in a way.
It's in a way, but then in a way it's just like,
It
I
helps.
guess it's a way, yeah,
Hmm.
Um I would like to do, if possible, more workshops. I'm thinking of things that we could do now since we are in this situation, which is
Hmm.
awesome because it's like, okay, think of a creative way to make this work.
Right.
Um, to do and offer workshops visually, I guess through Instagram or
Hmm.
Facebook or um, things like that. So my plan was to do a workshop or two each month.
Hmm.
So hopefully all this extra stuff
Yeah.
rolls over and we
Hmm.
can get back into what we were doing.
Yeah.
But if not, and we have to use social media, we do plan to continue to do visual workshops. I exercise and I'm specializing in fitness, so I do want to do some fitness videos.
Yeah.
My partner is a dancer,
Hmm.
choreographer, so we're going to try to incorporate those things into some of our videos as well, for people. And of course, always spreading positive energy,
Yeah.
and having those talks through
So,
social media with our viewers.
so are you taking this time right now to plan and organize the things that you are going to execute after this is all over?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we have nothing but time.
Right. So how could people optimize their time right now, just with changing their circumstances? And we're going to take that direction in the reality of changing our circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
So how can someone change their circumstances right now, even though it looks like we can't do anything? How can they start changing
Oh,
things?
you really can meditate.
Meditate.
I know when I hopped on the phone with you, I was like, yeah, I
Mhm.
just meditated. And it's okay if you fall asleep
Knocked out.
because you're quieting your mind. You're quieting your mind.
Yeah.
And meditating, exercising from home,
Mhm.
and reading a book, stepping away from social media. I've considered stepping away from social media for a week or two
Yeah.
soon, just because it's just
That's a
a
lot.
distraction when you
Mhm.
can really be putting your thought and your mind into um, things that you can do
Yeah.
for whatever it is, your brand or what you want to do.
Mhm.
So I feel like meditating and reading and stepping away from social media would be a great thing for people to do. I listen to motivational speakers.
Mhm.
Right now, I've been listening to Abraham Hicks, and
Abraham Hicks.
she's awesome, and she speaks a lot about just being happy. So another thing people can do is just try to be happy, like, just try to be happy, just be
Be
happy.
happy.
Yeah. So
Don't
and
worry, be
it's
happy.
hard for some.
Yeah. That's
It's
true
hard
though.
for some people to be happy, but like if you can just practice that being happy, um it will change your views and how you see things. So when all this is over, you can just
Go ahead
sprint.
and sprint.
Hit the
Sprint.
door, sprint.
And let's talk about that. Let's talk about that because like that's so ideal, and that's how I see things right now. Is
Yeah.
that this is the practice arena. Like we have been given this time to be at home, to perfect
Mm-hmm.
our craft. I started my podcast thanks to coronavirus because I bought the
See?
microphone, I bought the webcam, but I didn't have the time. But here I
Right.
am. So let's talk about that. So like what are some things that people can do right now? Like is it so after meditating and after reading their book, like how do they game plan to change their circumstances? Like how do they game
Mm-hmm.
plan to change their finances or the way they see themselves in the mirror? Oh, let's go there. So as a model,
Mm-hmm.
changing your circumstances, changing you have to change the way you see yourself, right? Because
Yeah.
people are like, nah, I don't like this, I don't like that. So let's talk about that. Like changing the way you see yourself. Let's talk about that.
Every morning when you get up, say 5 positive things about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
One of them being, I'm beautiful or I'm handsome.
Affirmation,
Okay.
self affirmation.
Yes, definitely. Say 5 positive, look in the mirror, say 5 positive things about yourself. Or just like when you open your eyes after you thank God or, your higher
Mhm.
being for being here. Say 5 things positive about yourself. And just that alone, I feel like is a big help. I did not start off just like, oh yeah, like I'm good. I could be a model. No, I started off, my steps were I started listening to positive motivational speakers,
Mhm.
pastors, preachers. TD Jakes was the first.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey, Les Brown. I don't know if
I
people know
love
these.
Les. Oh
Okay,
my
Les
gosh.
Brown,
Yeah.
um, Monroe. So I started off listening to them, and they all speak on, of course, the affirmations, positive affirmations, reading like, I don't know, 5 to 10 pages a day. Not a lot. That's not a lot for a book.
That's a lot, man. I'm just playing.
And it's not a lot for a book that interests you.
Yeah. You're right.
And uh yeah, that's how I started changing my
Hmm.
mind and how I thought.
Hmm.
Stepping away from people who weren't really negative energies and things like that.
Hmm.
Not as in a way as like, oh, like I can't deal with you anymore. Just like distancing yourself from that because your mindset and your path is broader now, and
Right.
you want more. So you have to set yourself up so that you're able to get what you want, and you're able to get it. You just have
Hmm.
to be patiently and wait on it.
Yeah.
Um, for me, that's how it started for me.
Yeah.
Like I just was like, this is what I want to do. And I have to figure out how. A lot of people don't understand. Like, it starts with your mind.
Hmm.
I think a lot of people think, oh, I have to go out and do this and I got to do that and I got to have this and I got to have that. But you don't. Like, it really starts with your thought process.
Right. Come on, preach, pastor.
Okay. So, that's how I started for me, honestly. And I'm being like so honest and real
Yeah.
right now. It's like, people don't tell you that. A lot of people don't tell you this. Like, it really starts with your mind, and you have to have your mind right in order to make it in any field, in my opinion,
Yeah.
successfully and be happy, you know? So,
That's a fact though. And a
yeah.
lot of people are scared of the seeing it and understanding like, oh, I could fail or I could succeed or
And
man,
you may. So
and you
what?
may. And you
So
may. So what?
what?
Exactly.
Try it again.
Try it
Try a
again.
different way.
Right.
I
Oh,
mean, that's it.
come on, you talking
It's
to me now.
easy. It's
You
easy.
talking to me
Just do
now.
it.
'Cause- So you said try again or try a different way. And I think
Yeah.
that's important because a lot of people are like, man, that did not work for me, and it could be a that did not work for me this time instead of that did not work for me overall.
Right. And
So
that's normally what
changing
it
how
is.
you do it, right? So what is it?
Yeah.
So talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Try a different way. If it didn't work for you, the way you did it prior or this time,
Hmm.
um, rethink your steps, retrace your steps, and see what maybe needs to be taken out or
Mm.
rearranged. Maybe you're
Yeah.
too far ahead of yourself.
Hmm.
Just try it again and just keep trying until you get it. Um, I don't know anyone who made it on their first shot
Yeah. For real
at
though.
all. I mean, I don't know anyone.
Yeah.
So it's just like you just got to keep trying and just believing in yourself.
Mm.
Believe that it's gonna happen, and somehow, some way, you just have to figure it out, and you will figure it out. But you just can't give up. Just don't give up on it.
Right.
Believe in yourself enough, even if everyone else is just like, okay, like it's not gonna happen for you. You
Right. It's
not
been 10
you.
years.
Yeah, it's been so what?
Right.
So what? It's
It's
gonna
not about
happen.
yeah. It's not about
This
like getting there on everyone else's time.
Yeah, it's when
Because
you're supposed to get there.
it's when you're supposed to get there. Because
Yeah.
I graduate in December, and
Uh-huh.
I mean, I started school in 2011 after I got the Marine Corps. So if people were to look at me and say, "Oh, you're still in college?" Like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I got to get this done, and that's
Yeah,
my overall goal. I don't care how many times I fail.
exactly.
What does that
As
look
long
like
as you
for
get it
you with
done.
modeling and even with Create Her? Like, even with Create Her, were there situations where you had to step
Oh
back
my
and do things
gosh.
differently? What was that like?
Yes, it was, I well, as a team, me and my partner, we this is
Right.
our first business that we're trying to put together off of,
Hmm.
no knowledge.
Yeah.
So we're like, yeah, we want to do this, we're going to do this and this and this. And we're just like, yeah, we're talking to different people. And they're like, no, well, you should do your organization should be LLC. No, your organization should be non-profited. That's like
Yeah.
where we were stuck at for months. We
Yeah.
were stuck on what did we want to
Hmm.
do. And it's hard if you've ever started a business, like, everyone has their opinions, and
Hmm.
everyone has their own vision for what they're trying to do, and we had our own vision. So it was just like, our vision is ultimately to inspire and to help others. It's never been about the money.
Hmm.
So either way we go, we're good, because if I could do workshops and host for individuals, kids, adults, to help them and just to um, put happiness and joys into their spirit, I wouldn't charge them.
Hmm.
I don't mind, but it also takes money to fund what we're trying to do. We have to buy the or rent out the center or whatever
Hmm.
for them to come. So it was a lot
Yeah.
for us starting
It's
off.
hard doing services for free though, like
It
so
is
so
because
would you want to make money off of what you do?
I mean, to I want to make money off of what we do, but I
Hmm.
don't want it to.
Be the reason why you do it.
No, it's not the reason why.
Right.
Like we started our business January, and we were doing giveaways, and they were always cash giveaways, and
Hmm.
we weren't getting any income, and our events were free. And I
Hmm.
didn't mind that. I'm just like, because I for one, I've never been like on money like that. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
I get money come and go. Like, I'm always flowing with money,
Yeah.
like regardless. So,
Right.
but it does, it requires money to do things. What we had to realize is our mindset on money is not everyone else's.
Mm,
So, with that being said,
that's a fact.
if we were paying, DJs and all this stuff, or people that we wanted to come, like, we would have to pay them. So
Hmm.
ultimately, we had to figure out a way to get income in, and we did.
Yeah.
So we just allowed it to happen naturally
Hmm.
for us. So that would be like the toughest thing so far, was with the business.
Yeah.
Like, do we want it to be LLC or nonprofited
Yeah.
for
So
us
do you
right
feel like
now?
y'all had a so if you would have known that you would have to make a decision on what you wanted it to be, what organization or what category you want it to be under, would that be something you would advise people to plan when they're
Yes.
starting a
Yeah,
business?
definitely know it, or at
You know
least
what you want
have
it to be.
a financial advisor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone who's like, but you got to pay them too. So,
Right.
either way, it's a
That's
crazy
true.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, just know, yeah, you really have to have like a business plan,
Hmm.
a game plan when starting a business or an organization, whether it's nonprofit or LLC. Like, you have to have a business plan, because people aren't just going to give you money
Yeah.
because you want to be nice to people.
Because you want to be nice. You want to be nice to everybody. Everybody ain't gonna give you
Yeah,
money out there.
right. Right.
What's up, all
So,
you listeners? Hope y'all enjoying this conversation out there. We got some people watching right now.
yay.
Charlie, Stanley, Preston. Oh, that's Hookshot Charlie right there. Hookshot Charlie. I don't know if you ever heard of Hookshot Charlie, but Hookshot Charlie can shoot a hook shot from the half court or from the other side of the court. Hook shot net. But yeah, Hookshot Charlie. All right, so that was a commercial break. So
Okay.
so what's your why? Like, why are you who you are? Why do you pursue your career in the entertainment industry? Like, why are you doing this? What's your why?
Why?
You can think about
I
it.
was born this way. Like, I don't, I
It's
feel like
inside of you. You feel like,
entertainment, yeah, like, it came out of nowhere. Like I said, when I started, my son was like 4,
Hmm.
and I was like, I want to be in entertainment. Like this is something I want to do. I want to,
Yeah.
and I just did it. So it's kind of like, yeah, it was just in me,
Yeah. And you just did it. It
and
wasn't like,
and I
oh, let
just
me find an excuse to why I shouldn't do this. But you were finding every reason
no,
why you should do it, right?
yeah, I was
Okay.
like, I'm gonna do it
Yeah.
regardless,
That's
regardless
dope.
of age,
Hmm.
regardless of anything. Like I'm gonna do it. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
That's good because so a lot of or some mothers would feel like, oh, I'm a mom now, I can't do it. This, and
yeah,
even just being a mom and then going into the entertainment industry and modeling, like that has a whole that can shift somebody's mindset a whole nother way. They might start beating themselves up. Well, I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I feel. So, like, do you have any encouraging words for women or men who may feel that way? Like maybe it's been years and they haven't worked out, but they have a passion to model. What are some things that you could just say to people who may have lost their hope?
just do it.
Just do it, Nike.
I mean, just do it. Like I started working out, I realized that in my pictures, like, oh, it puts about 10, 20 more pounds on you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I started working out and I love it. And it helps you feel better. Working out, exercising is good for you. So, why not do
Mhm.
it to get your body in shape if you want to model?
Yeah.
So, it's fun. Like, I don't know. Like, I just say, just do it. Don't worry about how others view you.
Mhm.
People may look at me like, oh, you're a mom. Like, what is your son going to think about, some of the pictures you may take? And I'm just like any other child would look at their mom, like,
Right.
ew, what are you doing? Like, I don't care if I was fully, I don't care what I have on. They're going to be like,
Right.
that's not you. That's not my mom. Like,
Yeah.
so whatever.
Right.
Just do it. Whatever makes you happy, just do it.
Mhm.
Just
So
be
you,
happy.
so you never allowed just being a mom to hinder you from pursuing your dreams.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Because
Not
some
at
people are
all.
like, well, I'm a mom, and that's like some people just really that title consumes them to where it's all of them. Like, oh, I'm a dad. I don't do anything else. I'm a mom. You never had that happen to you where you were like,
No.
you were always a go
Mm-mm.
getter.
Yeah,
That's
I'm just like, so what? There's a lot of
yeah,
moms out there who were go getters, and
yeah.
you know, like, nope, I never let that consume me. Whatever. I'm a mom. I'm a bad mom.
You're a bad mom. I don't know what that is. What's a bad mom?
I'm a
That's
bad
crazy.
mom. Like, I'm just like, I take care of home, and I'm also like not allowing my life to stop because I have a child,
Yeah.
you know?
That's a
Like,
good that's a good word right there. Don't allow your
yeah.
life to stop because you have a child. Not
Yeah.
saying to push your child
Cause
out
I
the
had
door.
a child at a young age. Well, I guess it's not young now, but I was like 22. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, now I'm 22. I have a child. I can't do anything. No,
Right. Yeah.
still gonna, we young together.
Right. Yeah. She said we're gonna grow
I
up
waited till
together.
I was 25 to even start,
Yeah.
you know, to like be like, okay, yeah, I have to do something. I want to do something. I'm supposed to be doing something. Like
Mhm.
I'm not only supposed to be a mother, I'm supposed to do other things and inspire other people. And so I just did it.
Yeah. And it's been
Yeah.
working out for you.
It's been awesome.
Yeah. So
It's been
you're
really
glad
good.
that you never gave up.
Yes, I'm
It's
so
right.
happy.
Yeah.
So, so happy.
Did you ever have those moments where you're like, oh, I should probably give up or I want to
Yeah,
give
all the
up?
time. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is hard.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
People are mean. No, but yeah, I was just like, yeah, I mean, this is life. And, when I had those moments, like literally the next day, like something would just pop out of the air, like, can you do this? Would you like to
Mhm.
do that? I'm like, okay, yeah. So this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll have moments all the time. Anybody. You're going to have moments where you're like, I'm not supposed to be doing this, but why aren't you supposed to be doing this? Because you have this feeling right now that this is not what you're supposed to be doing. What do you think? You're going to be happy all the time? Like, you're going to have to
all the
fight
time.
through. Yeah, you're going to have to fight through stuff. It's not going to be
Yeah,
easy. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it.
right. So your
So,
message isn't that your child's opinion doesn't matter. It's that you are not allowing it to stop you. I think Adam says, "I was told once that your child should be an extension of you." So I don't know if he misunderstood, or
mhm.
I don't know if I'm
No,
misunderstanding.
it's not that, it's, yeah, it should be an extension of your child, should be an extension of you. And your child should know that when they have a dream, you never give up on it, no matter what comes your way. Or if you have a baby, just don't keep having them.
Yeah.
And even if you do, like,
Right.
I know women who have multiple children and they still have a business and they do things in entertainment. So it's just like, don't give up on you because of maybe choices or decisions that you made that may not have been the right decision at that time.
Yeah.
So that I feel like for my son, he's like, okay, my mom, she's still doing this and she's doing that and she's meeting, all these famous, and I can do that one day. He's
Yeah.
not looking at me like, oh, my mom, she's just like all over the internet taking swimsuit pictures. No, he's not, he doesn't look at it like that.
Right. He can look up to. Okay. And then I have another question.
Okay.
So how do you stay true to yourself in the industry? Like how do you stay true to the game? How do you stay true to Paris Amor?
Meditation and just taking a step back and breathing sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
because you can get wrapped up in a lot, other people's progress, or where you feel like you should be. So for me, I just take a step back. I practice gratitude daily. So that's how I stay true to myself. Like, meditation has really,
Mm-hmm.
really helped me. I've been doing it now for about 2.5 years,
Yeah.
and it's beautiful.
So you just keep your peace, your energy.
Yeah, keep my energy good within me, even if I can't keep it good around me. I can't control sometimes the energy around me.
Yeah.
So, like, I try to keep my energy within me, like, really, really good
Mm-hmm.
and peaceful.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
mentioned earlier about like selecting who you have around you and stuff like that. So you just
Yeah,
don't.
when I can.
Right.
Sometimes, like, if I'm
You
in a
can't.
situation, I can't really control like other people's energy around me. But um, honestly, events and things that I go to, like, they've all been really, really, really nice, and the energy is always good. So I think
Mhm.
I've transitioned from where I was and the events that I was attending.
Yeah.
I honestly think I've transitioned to like a higher and a better place of people.
Yeah.
Now the rooms that I walk in, like, the energy is already good.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
You don't got to worry about nobody getting
I
shot.
don't have to worry. Yeah, I don't have to worry about all that. Like,
Yeah. All right. And then so last question, and it's what is some advice you have for people wanting to follow like their dreams? Like what are I know we talked about some stuff earlier about like just
mm-hmm.
writing down thoughts and stuff, but maybe give them like three things that they could do, during this time period, to I guess effectively change their circumstances. So what are like some like three things? I know we talked about journaling earlier and meditating,
Mm-hmm.
but what are some other things that they could do today? Like they could take home a take home project, maybe.
Do the self affirmation. We did talk about
Self
that.
affirmation,
Um, we talked about journaling and meditation. What else?
journaling.
Um,
Oh, we talked about planning in advance,
yeah, weekly planning, daily planning.
daily
Honestly, I
planning,
do daily planning sometimes,
daily.
just because it feels good when you plan your day and you check
Yeah,
them off. Doesn't it feel good?
it
Like, you know
does.
what? I did some things today. Sleep,
Yeah.
sweep, exercise.
Oh, that's how you got to order sleep, sleep, sweep, exercise.
Exercise, watch
Yeah,
TV,
watch
eat.
TV, eat, sleep, sweep,
Yeah,
exercise.
yeah, like, when you check off things,
Yeah.
it makes you feel good.
Hmm.
Um, What else? Like right now at this time. I mean, those are like the
Those
main
are good
things
stuff though.
right now. Yeah. That
Yeah.
self-affirmation,
Self-affirmation,
meditation, and
journaling,
the journaling.
meditation.
Um, like journaling things that you want, your vision for whatever it is that you want,
Vision planning.
and the things that you want to change about yourself.
Mm,
You can journal those things
yeah.
down. And as you change and as you see your growth, you can check those things off. And I promise you, if you do a journal and you do these things, like you will, feel good about checking them off. And you're
Yeah.
going to check them off because you've already released that out into the universe. So that's something that you want to do. So
Yeah.
it's going to happen.
And them writing down things that they want to change for themselves, like stuff that's with them, man. I
Yeah,
need to write down some. I probably have a whole notebook. Like, I want to
I
change
do.
this,
I
man.
got 2 pages,
She got 2 pages.
but
I
I've
want
been
to check this
checking them
right here.
off.
Right, right.
I've been checking them off,
It is a good feeling. So that's what we're
It
gonna do.
is.
So as Paris has given us this memorandum of service, I'm just playing, but self affirmation, meditation, journaling, vision
Hmm.
planning, daily planning, and writing down the things that you want to change, things you want to improve. So those are some things that you guys can do this
Yes.
week to change your experience and circumstances in life. So,
Yes.
Paris, I have your social media here, but go ahead and tell them how they can reach you. And yeah, let them know how they can
Yeah.
reach
So you guys can reach me directly through all my social medias. Paris Amor for Facebook. Instagram is Paris Amor Official. And my brand is the_create her experience. And that's on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So
you.
you
Awesome.
can reach me via email at Paris Amor Official for business inquiries. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Miss Paris, for being
Thank
on the
you.
Purpose Pod. I really appreciate your life, and I'm excited to
Yes.
see you come out of this coronavirus thing. Doing
We're
your thing.
going we're gonna come out of here. We're gonna come out of this
We're going
coronavirus running.
running. We're gonna be
Okay.
running out here. We're gonna be running out here. All right, cool. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for
All right.
having me. Wash your hands,
Wash
guys.
your hands, definitely. Wash your hands. All right. See you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right, all right. So that was the Purpose Pod, and we had Miss Paris Amor with us, and I really enjoyed discussing life with Paris. And she's a very down to earth person, as you all can see. So please be sure to reach out to Paris. Check out the Create Her experience, which is at the bottom of my screen right here. And yeah, wash your hands. Don't sneeze on people. Don't don't sneeze on yourself. Take care of your life. This is the Purpose Pod. I'll be back tomorrow. Who do we have tomorrow? Tomorrow is Will Kunkel. Oh my God. Fox 46 sports reporter Will is going to be on the Purpose Pod, and then Angelica Lobiando. Okay. So we will see you all later. Have a good one. Peace and blessings. Take care. And Adam will be on our show sometime soon too. All right. Bye.